Alright, we got the oven preheated up to 425. This is the one bite. Everybody knows Rules Pizza. It's a Supreme. I've actually had this before, but it's out fucking Barstool, Dave Portnoy. They sell them at Walmart. I was gonna get something else, but this one's also very good.
You're fucking delayed, dude. It's pissing me off.
Alright, oven's preheated. Pull this bad boy out. Obviously, just like every other frozen pizza, it's gonna look like shit. It comes out of the package. Open this bad boy up and we'll throw it in the oven. Alright, got the old peps all arranged. They come all fucked up out of the box, so thank you, Kelly. I'm gonna throw this bad boy in the oven.
Oof. Man, when you're 8 beers in and someone pulls out pickled eggs.
Not that fucking cooked. There we go, baby.
Minimum a 6-pack of eggs.
Well, yeah, time to pull this fucker out. She's done. Oh, yeah. Look at this motherfucker. Perfectly done. I'm gonna let it cut her up, let it cool off a little bit, and then we can fucking
I
get
don't
this
know if
bad
they
boy.
were started.
Alright, let's see how fucking good this motherfucker tastes. My fucking cat approves. I'm gonna approve. You guys will approve if you get this pizza.
What's going on, failures? Aaron here. We're doing National Pizza Day, February 9th. So me and the guys are cooking up some pizzas. I've got the Motor City Pizza Company's pepperoni here, deep dish-ish style. It should just say Detroit style pizza, not Detroit style deep dish, because that's Chicago thing. But yeah, I'm gonna give this one a shot. And as you can see, good sturdy box. Always love to see it. It's a little bit loose here, but we're gonna get it all straightened out and then throw it in the oven. I got it preheated at 425. We're gonna get this thing in there. I love to doctor pizzas, but today I'm not doctoring it for the sake of a pure experience. But yeah, once I get these pepperonis all straightened out here. Yes, I did wash my hands. Then we can throw this thing in the oven. If you know anything about Detroit style pizza, it was founded in Detroit.
And someone pulls out pickled eggs.
There was a company called Buddy's who's still around. They still have locations. They just opened in Grand Rapids. And Jets does Detroit style, as well as Little Caesars. So now that we got this thing straightened out, I'm gonna throw it in the oven, and we will get to like a midway cooking point, and then the final result. So it's always good looking at the box here. It says Detroit style deep dish came to be when an innovative chef baked a pizza in an automotive parts tray using the assembly line in Detroit. The high sides gave Detroit style pizza its signature thick, airy butter flavored crust with crunchy caramelized edges and the cheesy, craveable corners Detroiters love. So looks like it's pretty good. Good on the ingredient list here. It doesn't look like too many preservatives or anything. Manufactured by Champion Foods LLC in New Boston, Michigan. I don't know where that is. It does say contains a bioengineered food ingredient, so we shall see how the bioengineering tastes. But I'm excited. Alright folks, excuse the dirty oven here, but we've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's looking pretty not done yet, so we're gonna go as long as we can, and if not, we might have to go a little more. Alright, so as you can see, I'm gonna grab this with this thing here. As you can see, we're not really looking golden yet, at least not for my liking. So I'm gonna pull this thing out, and we are gonna get a good broil going here.
Minimum a 6-pack of eggs.
I will say, following the instructions, it looks pretty good, pretty golden on the sides.
Subs, which is so
But
good.
top
I
needs
don't
some
know if they were
work.
started.
Out of you and Trump grip.
Alright, let's set this thing to broil. 525. We will get this thing in there broiling. All right, I'm gonna make sure not to burn myself or my camera, but that is what I'm looking for. Looks perfect. Sweet. So we're gonna get this oven off, and we're gonna get this thing somehow onto our cutting board.
God damn it, Aaron, you're
All right,
fucking
sweet.
delayed, dude. It's pissing me off.
This
Restart the whole thing. Just restart the whole
onto
thing.
here.
You're not
Cut
talking, so I go to top.
into this red dad. Let's see what the deal is. So, oh boy, don't want that on there. All right, let me reposition this camera onto something sturdy.
We ain't getting stoned.
So it's kind of hard to see because I'm blocking the light of it. But we're gonna get this guy cut. Just gotta find the right
Man,
knife.
you're 8 years in and someone pulls
All right.
out pickled eggs.
Probably should use a bread knife. I'm guessing.
Minimum-
Four corners.
minimum of 6
Let's
pack
do
eggs.
that. Ooh. It's always best when it's ripping hot out of the oven. So this is gonna turn into a soupy mess. But
Which I don't know if they were started.
good crisp.
Alright, we're going with a fucking staple. Baroni's, bitch. This is good stuff right here. About $8.99 for the pie. I get the super pepperoni. Big old fucking pieces of pep here. I love these chunks. So good. Now, we don't eat a lot of frozen pizza, but when we do, this is what I go with. Going on the fucking top rack here.
Damn it, Aaron.
Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. Getting the perfect temperature. I've already gotten yelled at for making the house smell. Because at one time I almost burnt the house down 7 years ago, but it's coming along. She's perfect. Fuck yeah.
What's up, failures? It's Tony.
So how you talking?
It's kind of a cool little video we're gonna do for you guys.
We ain't getting stoned.
Show us our pizzas for the people that want to watch us make them. It's hard work, but my choice is Dina Mia on this National Pizza Day.
Oh man, you're 8
This is
years
a
in
UP
and
Bread
someone pulls out pickled
company.
eggs.
It's an Italian joint that sells like frozen
Minimum of
foods.
6 pack eggs.
I forget some of the other dishes that they sell, but this is their pizza. They originated in Iron River, Michigan, I think in the 70s, and they have locations in Florence, Wisconsin, and Rhinelander, Wisconsin. But we used to have these all the time in my family. We are Italian. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it's a very good pizza. It's very, to me, it's kind of basic, but I wanted to show you. It's cool because instead of a traditional pizza where you have like the shredded cheese all over the pizza, you have actually like the individual slices of cheese that are across the top, and the toppings are under it. We do have a pepperoni pizza, but they have pepperoni and sausage, just a sausage, and then sausage and mushroom. But we got a pepperoni one because I love pepperoni pizza. Tells us to go 400 on the oven, so we're gonna turn this bad boy on to 400 degrees, let that warm up, and we'll throw it in for you guys.
God damn it, Aaron, you're fucking delayed, dude. It's pissing me
Just
off.
restart the whole thing.
So we have the
You're not talking.
first introduction to the Dina Mia. We were unwrapping. Oven is ready to go. And again, a better look at the layout here as I put it on the pan. As you can see, it's very thin. It's a very thin pizza. That's what I kind of talked about, it being a little basic. Just gotta look. 15 minutes. Okay. It is a little basic, but it's unique because again, you have the cheese slices. That's kind of the staple, and then you have the toppings under it. As you can see, there's a piece of pepperoni under the cheese. All the pepperoni is under the cheese. It's very thin, very basic. Again, the flavor is delicious. The sauce is perfect. We are gonna stick this bad boy in the oven, and we will see how she turns out. Alright, we are getting to that point almost, but we're gonna keep it in a little bit longer. I like my pizzas crispy, so we're gonna keep it in just for probably another 5 minutes or so. But my goodness, I wish you guys could smell this, because this is just, it's glorious. Yeah, 5 more minutes to see what she looks like.
All right, I think she is about ready to come out. Shut this off. Let's put a little bit of water on the counter. Let's put it right here. That looks delicious. I don't know if you think it looks delicious, but I think it looks delicious. Again, a very thin pizza. You can see that's very thin. But the kicker is the cheese. The pepperoni. It's just so good. We're going to, I think this might be a little too thin for this to cut with this, but we will try. Let me get my...
Dude, he's not talking about
So how you talking a lot of dude? We need
Camera woman.
Man, when you're 8 years in and someone pulls out pickled eggs.
Just that.
minimum a 6-pack of eggs.
For that suck. Alright, so we will go ahead and attempt
Subs,
the...
which is so good. Which I don't know if they were started.
Out of you and Trout Creek.
As I am failing miserably at this. I was a little better that time. Still can't really get that. There we go. I can taste the sweetness of the sauce, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, it's very sweet. And I am just failing miserably at this cutting.
God damn it, Aaron, you're fucking.
That will kind of give you an idea.
It's pissing
Cut
me
those
off.
right.
Start the whole thing.
It's pissing me
That's
off.
what we got. That is Dina Mia's out of Iron River, Michigan. With the cheese now looking pretty normal. This is before you saw the slices over the top, but I'm excited to get into this.
So I'm interested to see how many times I'm gonna have to edit this, because I don't know. I have a feeling we got a full house. I'm just excited to see how many times I'm gonna have to stop this and make a timestamp. I don't know. I just have a feeling because we've been doing a great job. We've been doing a great job of no edits, but I have a feeling. And now that I say that, Chris is probably going to start off by
No.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Failure at its Finest Hour. It is episode what, Aaron?
Oh, dude, don't even ask me.
It's 38. It's 38. It's 38.
The 38 special.
The 38 special. And we do have a fifth sitting in tonight, and it's a long way. I mean, it's just a work. I mean, what's happening here tonight should have happened like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, maybe even 4 months ago. But we do have Ryan Kaipanen in the chat.
What's up, boys? Glad to finally be here.
Us too, man.
An original OG failure. For the people that don't know us, he is in this group. There is
Yes, sir.
8, including Alec.
Founding members of the Trusty Pirate Crew, dude.
Mhm.
TPC, yes.
That's right, that's right.
I mean, Alec is definitely in the TPC.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually had a Facebook memory of when I drew like a pen on my arm and it said TPC. I had to have been like ninth grade because you guys were seniors. And TPC, that was finally we had Ontonaga had a good gang, you know?
Just bombing around in the Bonneville.
Yes.
Yeah, good times.
The boner kill.
just no suspension. You hit the brakes, that thing would just bounce.
Which
like it had hydraulics.
It reached how many miles? Do you have do you remember?
It got to the moon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wherever it got to the moon, it was like 238,000 miles, something like that.
That's a jaunt.
Good runner.
That's
Good
a
runner.
jaunt. Yeah, that's incredible.
You keep that oil change, keep her running forever.
Oh yeah.
So I know
Yeah.
I know we have some hungry individuals here on this video, so I think we're just gonna get right into it. I I will say before we start, this is going to be an awesome YouTube video. So for you guys that don't head to the YouTube. Failure at its finest hour. You're going to want to, I will say we're going to have some screen sharing here in a bit, but the end of the episode is going to be the gold as we have our first experience with like in very heavy quotations, like vlogging experience. But it is February 9th on this Thursday. And of course, we're going to start off with national holidays. And the biggest one that we might even have to this day on this podcast, probably the best holiday that we've seen, besides Groundhog's Day. It's National Pizza Day. Yeah.
Such a great follow-up from such a horrible day like Groundhog's Day.
Which, okay, actually, you know what? Side note, fuck Pizza Day right now in this moment. I'm not going to, that was too far. I went too far. So obviously the groundhog saw his shadow and got scared and ran back or whatever, fucking 5 more weeks of winter, all that bullshit. So I saw actually TV6, this is for the Youpers, the non-Youpers. TV6 is like the main news channel. We've talked about them before. Well, TV6 is the UP news channel. They posted, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. They posted that the UP actually has their own groundhog.
Wait, for real?
Yes, it's kept, I think, in the Sioux.
Really?
It's more accurate than the fucking the other groundhog, the national groundhog.
Oh, is he now?
Yes. TV6 posted that this fucking chuck they got.
What'd he say?
It's a woodchuck. It's Woody the Woodchuck, I think they call them. But
you're making this up.
I swear to God, I'm not. You can
They
find
actually keep them under the bar over at Johnny's Pub and Grill, Roadkill Grill. You kill them, we grill them.
I'm not kidding. So this Woody from the UP has been tracking the winters. I don't know for how long, but he's been right 67% of the time. Which, if you're a gambling man, that is professionals are just above 50%. So Woody is fucking is on his game. Okay, the national groundhog. What's his name? Fucking Phil. Punxsutawney Phil. He's like 31%. Right.
Oh, well, he's got a lot of the United States to cover for being in fucking Pennsylvania.
He does, and I don't understand. Maybe they count like Pennsylvania winters. I don't know. Maybe where he's at. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
But
how do you feel about Texas and Buffalo?
Yeah, like obviously that's irrelevant. Like Texas and
the
California.
extremes, yeah.
But Woody, the Youper, is right 67% of the time. And the day that Phil saw his shadow, Woody did not. So for the Youpers out there, Woody's right 67% of the time. I'm going to trust him more than I trust fucking Phil.
And Phil was 6 more weeks of winter?
Yes. And Woody was not. Woody was 6 weeks, 6 weeks early spring 6 weeks after the winter.
No.
Spring falls 2 weeks before the summer.
We need a reboot, Tony. We need to unplug him, plug him back in.
But yes, so the Youpers, I didn't know if you guys saw it on TV6. Woody didn't see a shadow. This fucker is better than the best professional gamblers out there, and he's got the better stats. I'm going to trust him, and hopefully spring comes early.
All right, it's not Groundhog's Day anymore, Tony. Jesus Christ.
Moving past it, Happy National Pizza Day. We don't need fucking statistics for this, thank God. But we have a special, boys. Before we even talk about, does everyone have their pizza?
Yes.
In front of them. But before we even talk about which kinds we have, let's all hold up one single slice for the camera. Again, the first shout out to the YouTube.
I gotta find the best looking slice here. Oh yeah, get that fucking.
Look at them giant Ronies
I
on
can't.
Chris.
Chris is in favela. I can't fucking. All right. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie. The first looks. I will say, boys, I'm very impressed. We all have a very nice brown, like very well cooked pizza. I will say that. I'm not seeing any. I shouldn't say that. That was a local joint shout out that I was gonna roast them, but I'm not gonna say it. But I really do like the brown cooks. So we're gonna start. Chris is dude. Chris is getting his KD up right now. He just left. He's camping the A-bomb right now in favela. Booger's on a Call of Duty map. There he goes.
No undercooked Stubbs pies tonight.
Okay.
Well,
Easy. Those are frozen.
Yep. Okay.
Hey,
So
handmade thing.
Those are better than some of the other places in town.
Yeah, that's true.
They are.
There's 3, so we're narrowing it down pretty quick here.
Oh my God.
Let's keep the ball rolling.
Okay, so on this national holiday, National Pizza Day, all 5 of us got a frozen pizza that we went out and bought, cooked. And again, at the end of this podcast for the YouTube, shout out to the YouTube, we're going to have videos. Kipes, I didn't involve you in this. I'm sorry. I blew it. I choked.
Okay.
But we're just going to have individual videos of us cooking the pizzas. We just have a little short thing for you. But we all went out and got frozen pizzas, and now we are here to showcase them. So who wants to start?
I'll let Chris go first.
You fucking. All right. Well, I went with Baroni's Pizza. Baroni's Pizza, I don't know if it's even sold in the Lower Peninsula at all. I'm not sure. I think it's a UP brand.
Probably all across UP, maybe with a little bit of Wisconsin.
So I think this is like a UP exclusive, which it makes it even more of a special pizza to me. I don't know if you could see in the videos, but the pepperonis are fucking massive.
You gotta turn your background off there, chum.
Oh, they keep coming. I got whatever. Either way. But the pepperonis also can be too much. So I give it like a, I don't know, like a 7.6.
Okay. Yeah. Are there
There's a few
other kinds?
Yeah, there's the Supreme, or it's like a deluxe, but it just looks like it's got mushrooms and onions on it. And there's like 4 mushrooms and
Like
2
a
onions.
Full onion on the.
No, there's just like some guy like tripped and spilled a couple mushrooms on it. There's nothing on it. And the sausage is fucking gross. I would not get the sausage one.
Oh, is it like shreddy sausage? Like it's like actual Italian sausage?
But yeah, it's like Italian sausage, but the chunks are too big, and it's just like I ain't feeling it.
The texture ratio. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will say
So-
Baroni's is definitely a UP brand. They're famous for their spaghetti sauce that is made in a bathtub in Calumet.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
bathtub filled with grease.
It's Finlander trailer trash food, I guess. But the
It's
fucking
so-
pizza, it's also a thin crust. It's nice and like
that was a good bite.
so.
But I will say Baroni's is a big staple in my family, my dad's family. So Nick loves it. I know Nick listens, so he'll love the shout out. But every time he comes home, he lives in Tennessee. He'll come home and he'll buy not like 1, 2, 3 cans. He'll go to the store and buy
Get a flat.
a fucking case. Yeah, he needs a rolly cart to fucking push out his load that he's
Cardboard
picking up.
flat.
But my dad's family, so the Sumises have like horrible hearts and like actual beating hearts. Their hearts are terrible. So many heart attacks in the family. But I made this fucking realization that when they grew up, that's all they fucking had was like Baroni spaghetti.
Oh yeah, there's like 12 of them. So
And if you open a can of Baronis and you take a fucking lighter, that thing will blow up, I think.
Oh, dude.
And just like a fucking inch layer of just like fat and grease on the top of those cans. And I was
so
just
gross.
like, you know what? I think we have bad hearts because we take the Baroni's can and just drink it straight out of the can. They ate it so much, but it is very good. It is delicious.
It's
But-
literally like they just browned the meat and then they just didn't drain it and put it in a can.
yeah, they
Yeah,
didn't drain it ever. They cooked it all in the same pan, and all that grease just kept rolling through.
And they're just dipping cans.
in the
Not even
bathtub.
wiping them off.
In the bathtub.
Honestly, that stuff when we pop that open, that you probably don't even need a lid on that can because there's so much grease on it. Probably just preserves the rest of it.
Yeah.
because there's such a thick layer of oil.
It burns my lips when I eat it. Like, it doesn't like I get chapped lips. It sucks. I do not like that.
We
But
should
it's
have got
good.
we should have got a can to read off.
Yeah, we
And by the way, Baroni's is incredible.
it's very
I love
good.
it.
It's very good.
These pizzas are banging too. So
So I guess I'll go next since I also have a UP pizza, and it's Dina Mia. Now Dina Mia was created in Iron River, Michigan, some say maybe the armpit of the Upper Peninsula, but they have dinamias, so
A lot of deer killed down there.
it's yeah.
What is that? A cheese zinger?
So
What'd you
no,
get?
it's pepperoni. So dinamia is I like it. It's very good. It's kind of like a sweeter, like they kind of have like a sweet sauce almost to it, and like the pepperoni is even like a little sweet, but I love it, and you'll only be able to see it at the end of this YouTube video. The cheese, instead of like shredded cheese over the top, it's single like slices of cheese.
Ooh.
Just like slabbed on the top, and all the toppings. I just got a pepperoni, but the pepperonis, and I think the other one they had was sausage and mushrooms, and then sausage and pepperoni. But the toppings are under the cheese, so you have the the crust, the sauce, then the toppings, then they slab like about 10 pieces of cheese on the top, actual slices, squares, and it looks. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks real goofy in the store for sure.
Yes. Before you cook it, when you unwrap it and you're about to throw it in the oven, it looks like you're like, what in the fuck is this? But when it's cooked, it looks incredible. As hopefully my camera doesn't really
Yeah, it looks good.
do well, but looks very good. And it is good.
How's the sauce?
The sauce is good. I like the sauce. Like I said, it's a lot different because there's sometimes when you get like some frozen pizzas, I don't know, some of the sauces taste the same, and it's sort of down to like the cheese and the toppings, how different they taste. But with the dinamia, the sauce to me is way different than like a Jack's or a Tombstone, or it's just I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm not really good with my taste.
No, I understand what you're
buds,
talking about.
Yeah.
the sauce is delicious. Like I said, it's kind of sweeter, but it's very good. My dad used to get them all the time when we were younger, and it is
I remember eating them at your house.
yeah, it's an Italian joint. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or my dad just liked them, but the actual company, they sell like a bunch of other frozen foods. Like it's just frozen products that they sell, and I don't.
But it's all WAP food, isn't it? Like Dago
there's
shit.
like pasta, and there's a bunch of frozen pastas that they have, but their pizzas are delicious.
Now they used to do a rolled crust on the edge, like whereas if you get like a Jack's pizza or Tombstone, it's kind of flat all the way like past the crust here. But they used to do
out of
like
a cardboard,
a very small rolled edge. I don't know if they do that anymore. You can probably is yours flat?
It is pretty flat, but
okay.
Looks like cardboard to me.
Yeah.
Fucking Pelosi.
No, it's a nice thin pizza, man.
And they do have, they expanded. So they're, like I said, it originated from Iron River, but they have a shop in Florence, Wisconsin, which is very close to Iron River. But they also have a shop in Rhinelander. So they're going up the road.
Yeah, I first had it in Wisconsin or from Wisconsin. My dad was coming back from, I think it must have been Rhinelander, and he's like, all the guys talk about these pizzas. We'll get some for the house, and then they started stocking them in the local grocery joint.
My dad, I think, first found them in the Rockland corner store. They sell them there,
half thawed and
inch
of dust on them.
That's a good call out, though. Good location.
There is a grocery store in Rockland, Michigan. If anybody,
dude, they have root beer on tap there still. The 1919 root beer.
19.
Ooh, baby,
good stuff.
Hit a fucking fresh tap of root beer, and then go to the Rockland Pond.
All right, I'll go next before my pizza gets fucking cold and I have to microwave it.
Or freezes.
Talking about root beer and Baronis, fucking Groundhog's Day. All right. Might as well just fucking add this onto the episode last week. All right, so I got I don't got a good picture of it. I threw the box away, but it's the one bite. I don't know if you guys can see that.
I see.
It's straight from fucking like Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports. I know, like some of you guys, I mean, most of us probably have like been on YouTube and like seen his like pizza reviews like over the years. Like he, goes across the entire country. He goes all over the world. Actually, he's been like to Italy and all that shit too. But
He was just in
goes around, fucking, doing pizza reviews. And then when the pandemic hit, I don't know if you guys watch his pizza reviews, but Kelly and I did like a lot. That was like one of our things that we would do. We just like watch his pizza reviews every time they came out. And he fucking started reviewing frozen pizzas. He would have them like mailed to his fucking house, or he would go pick them up somewhere. And like
those were my favorite, dude. Those
went down the list. Like he did Jack's, like he did fucking Newman's, he did like all this shit. Like he did a bunch of different stuff. But basically he actually ended up making this. The first time that this shit was pushed out was September 28th of 2021. But this is what it looks like. Even when it came out of the oven, it had like no flop, like it wasn't like super soggy. It had a little bit of grease on it, but like this is like a really crispy crust too.
I
You know what
fucking
mean?
love the bite that Dylan just took while he's reviewing it.
bite.
I don't even think about doing that.
Like I don't even know if you guys can see it, but the crust is like super like it's not like a really like it's flaky. It's not like dense.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's kind of like buttery maybe, or
Yeah, a little
yeah,
bit.
okay.
Like there's some like butter on there, maybe some fucking olive oil. Like I said, it's really good and crispy.
Okay.
I cooked the top pretty well. As you can see, it's kind of dark on the edge, and like the bottom is nice and brown. But all in all, this pizza does have a couple different flavors. I have the supreme. It has the pepperoni. It has the cheese, and that's about it. Honestly,
Wait. Oh, you're saying it has? I thought you said you bought a fucking Supreme and there's pepperoni and cheese on the Supreme.
Oh,
I
I'm
was like,
saying-
wait, whoa.
yeah,
But no, there's different
bad.
kinds that they sell.
yeah. It's cheese, pepperoni, 3 meat, and supreme. That's it. And this costed. I know, like I'm reading off the internet right now, but it cost me like $6.50 for a pizza. So I was like,
It's not bad.
Oh,
not
wow.
super cheap, but also not super expensive. And it's a 12-inch pizza, so it's like I can eat basically the whole pizza and be pretty fucking full.
That was another aspect of these pizzas that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Chris, could you eat an entire Baroni's pizza and not feel like guilty after that you ate the whole thing?
I couldn't finish it, dude.
Okay.
There's no way I could finish this
Because the
motherfucker.
thing is, like, this isn't dense like a lot of those pizzas. Like, it doesn't have too much cheese on it.
Yeah.
The
'Cause you could-
toppings too. Also, like, I fucking pizza's probably like my top 1 or 2 foods. Like, I fucking love pizza, but sometimes the toppings can be like freezer burnt and like taste kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like, you pop this in the oven and it comes out. Everything seems like real fucking fresh. It's really good. And I'm also reading on this internet. This it only went to Walmart. Like, I don't know why it doesn't, like, it said when it initially released in 2021, it said that he only put them in Walmart, onebiteapp.com and freshdirect.com. So I was like, he only like gave them to Walmart basically to sell. So I don't know if that's why you guys I've never seen them before, but
Oh, I gotta go to Walmart.
I would definitely recommend this pizza, and I would say it's like a 7.5. Like, it's not really amazing, but for a frozen pizza, it's really fucking good.
Damn.
And like, I would
That
definitely eat this over like a Red Baron. I like Red Baron. It's kind of like probably hand in hand with like Newman's frozen pizza. Better than DiGiorno. I think DiGiorno. Like, sorry,
Oh, that's the bottom of the fucking barrel, dude. DiGiorno.
overrated.
It's
I
better
like-
than delivery though.
DeCrusto, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
All
when I was
crust on
younger, I
that
used to
pie.
like thicker pizzas, like the kind of like the Pizza Hut like deep dish.
Yeah.
And, like, now I kind of like evolved, and I like the thinner, like less like less dense pizzas. Like, I don't like to feel like I'm fucking gonna die after eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah,
want to degorge myself and degouge my eyes out.
yeah, that's about it. Like, it's a really good pizza. What I say, 7.5?
Yeah.
7.4, 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
That's a good pie, I'd say. I'd try that one for sure. You said it was
Definitely.
$6.50.
Also, like, some pizza, you can't eat the crust. Like, it's just like it gets too hard. Like, this is so crispy. Like, eat the crust all day.
Nice.
All right, Sharon.
All right. Well, I got the box here too. So I've got the Motor City. Boy, the box is too big to. The Motor City Pizza Company's pepperoni, Detroit style deep dish pizza, which I say earlier. You guys can jump into YouTube and watch that, but it shouldn't say Detroit style deep dish. It should just say Detroit style. It doesn't need to be. You don't need to mention deep dish because that's a Chicago thing, right? So, manufactured by Champion Foods in New Boston, Michigan. I have no idea where that's at. Somewhere here in
Made up
Michigan.
place.
So, anyways, this is my slice here. I've got like this is like an eighth of a pie. So the slices were twice this big. Comes in like a little, like a little hot pocket thing that you put it. It's like its own little tray.
A little crisper.
Yeah, you put it in that. It's not a sleeve, but it's like a tray, baking tray. Throw it on the rack, and I don't know. It's the recommended cooking time was 18 to 21 minutes. I threw it in for 21, and I could see like the grease and excess water from the cheese kind of coming off, which is a good indicator that it's like a full fat, full moisture, or like partial moisture mozzarella. Frozen pizzas are traditionally low moisture mozzarella, so you don't get like a bunch of water and you don't get it sogged out. It browns really easily. So this thing I actually took out and broiled for 3 minutes after the recommended cooking time, and it came out because to me like I've got to have all that cheese golden brown. So the nice thing about this piece is that it is like fairly thin for Detroit style. Normally, like you get like a Jets pie or a Buddy's pizza pie, and it's like double, which is great because this bottom layer does get like crispier, and you can probably hear it in the mic.
Oh yeah,
it's very crispy. So and
there's ASMR.
They threw some good cheese or grease under the bottom of this thing, maybe by happenstance, and so I would say that the cheese isn't probably as salty. Like good mozzarella is like very salty too, I feel like, on pizza. And also the pepperonis are very mild. I like a spicy, like uncured pepperoni, but that's, like I said, just personal preference. This pie though is assembled well because it is thin, is very crispy on the bottom. The sauce, I would say, is like a little bit weak. It's not overly spicy, overly salty. There's not really sweet. You can see little flecks of basil in it, or what I think is basil, but I would compare this sauce to that of like a Tombstone. That's probably the closest. And I don't know if Tombstone is a regional thing or if that's a nationwide, but
it's bad pizza.
So it's very good though. So if I had to give it a number, which it's hard to give this a number because it's kind of unique, I'd probably give it an 8. I just give it a flat 8 because there's nothing like really offending about it. It's very good. I'd serve this to friends. I'd buy a couple of these. I mean, it was $8.99, but that was at Family Fare, which is a bunch of fucking con artists down here. I could probably get this at Meijer for $6, I would hope, maybe on a deal.
Now let me ask you this, because it's a Detroit style pizza. Does it have that soft, like doughy bite on the top, and then it comes to a nice crunch on the bottom?
It does. It could be a little bit crunchier on the bottom, I will say. Buddy's specifically, which Buddy's is the one who started. They're the ones who started Detroit style.
Yes.
And they have a location here in GR, and that thing is like, it's like a Jack's crispy on the bottom and then the pillow on top, and it's probably a little bit thicker than that, but not as thick as like a Jets.
Any good caramelization? Caramelization on the corners too. That's the good stuff.
I would almost put like the flat top iron on my stove and throw that pie after broiling it on that to like really crisp up the bottom. So
oh my god.
But it's gonna be a
fucker's so thick, man. You gotta do the reverse sear like a steak, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm gonna hit her till she's about 135. Then I'm gonna hit her to broil.
Do you prefer the Chicago style thick crust, or do you like the thinner pizzas? I'm assuming you like the thicker ones because you fucking bought it for the review. So.
No, I wanted to buy something that I've never had before for this.
Oh.
I've had a million Jack's pizzas. I've had Red Barons. I've had DiGiorno's. I've had Freshettas. I've had California Pizza Kitchen. I don't think I've had Baroni's. I've had Dina Mia's, and I can't get that down here. So there's a lot of brands that I wanted to kind of highlight because it was just like a fresh experience. I could talk about Jack's all day, and Jack's is by far my favorite frozen pizza, and I do prefer thin crust, frozen, or in the restaurant, 100%.
But do you like Jack's by itself, or do you like the customizable Jack's?
I would say that's also like another way that I would grade this is it's pizza as like a frozen pizza as a platform to turn into something else, or turn into something better. And Jack's is the number one for that. To me, it's number one. I'll eat it straight out of the oven, no matter how overcooked, undercooked it is. It's just
or how
like
hot it is.
Yeah. There's nothing like pulling a cold, crispy triangle out of the fridge and eating that for breakfast. I love it.
So you seriously think it tastes best, or you're just saying that because it has a lot of nostalgia for you?
I mean, it's everything. That's a good point. I would say it's everything encompassed, but It's got a great price point. I think all of the stars collide here. All of the graphs match up. That's the perfect cost to flavor to crisp to crunch to sauce. All of that kind of lines up right in the middle for Jack's. If I were to put it on a graph, I would say that's what it is.
I would also say that Jack's is probably 10 out of 10 for not feeling as bad for eating the entire zinger.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? Like you
keep
can eat a
referring
Jack's
back-
pizza and that's like an appetizer, you know? You're just like,
Dude.
all right, what's next? Here we go.
You keep referring like, do you regret after eating the whole pizza? And I'm like, either way, I regret eating the whole fucking pizza.
But with Jack's, you're like, you know what? That happens. You know, it's a Jack's. Like you can throw
You know
that
what?
fucker down in one sitting.
I am a dirtbag.
If you could give me a pizza on Ritz crackers as crust, I would be happy because I love thin, crispy, crunchy. I love that texture. That's just like perfect.
Good point.
All
I
right.
agree.
So we have one more
All
pizza
right,
to
boys.
showcase.
What'd you get, Ryan?
I went with the Newman Zone.
Nice.
I
I didn't
tried
even know they made it.
finding, local to Bay City area here in Michigan and didn't really find anything local. So went with the Supreme Newman Zone.
So
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
First time ever having it. Solid crust, good toppings. The sauce, a little bit spicy.
Oh wow.
Why is it spicy? Why is it spicy? I'll I'd give it like a 7.7 out of 10. Like it was good. Could have been better, but
I was
yeah.
gonna say the toppings, the picture that you sent, the toppings actually looked like they were like good top. You know, like when you
Yeah.
get like a Supreme, it just looks like
Yeah.
shit. Like toppings are just like they look like a lit.
That's what I liked about it. Like that there was red, orange, and green pepper on it. And they were like
wow.
they were like sliced pepper. It wasn't just like the tiny little diced pepper you get in a Jack's.
Oh yeah, that's such a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying like the toppings look like limp cocks, like on like a shitty. But
Well,
that
for
looked-
me, I think another thing for me is like I like to look at a pizza and like there's like stages, right? It's like that pizza looks good, that pizza smells good, it feels good, and it fucking tastes good, right? So like for me, the reason why I mean Jack's are a good pizza if you're fucking 17 beers deep, you know.
yeah, right.
And you need something to eat.
With
But
the
I am
full-
not gonna go out of my way to drive to a fucking store and buy a piece of fucking cardboard that has fucking sauce on it, and then it has like diced up vegetables that like don't even like look
Yeah.
good.
All
You know what I
on
mean?
one
Like, it
side
looks
of the
like-
bag.
looks like super like manufactured, right? Like
Sure.
I like a pizza that like looks like it was like fucking homemade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
Dude.
good.
Ryan, did you? What was the crust situation there? Obviously, it was thin crust, but was it flaking anyway? Did it have like a cardboard kind of sandy texture? Or?
No, the crust itself was great until you got like to the end of it, and then it was like rock hard, and it was just like
Yeah.
I gave it to my dogs, and they crunched it down.
Broke their teeth.
I'm surprised Marshall wasn't trying to get some fucking food, man. He's out.
Broke his fangs off. But no,
Oh,
yeah,
he smells it.
Crust was good.
Interesting. I might have to try that Newman Zone.
I will say that what Kipe said about the crust, like I told you, like some pizzas you can't eat like that pizza definitely has like that hard crust you can't really eat.
Yeah.
How
What
much
did you?
was it,
What
Ryan?
did you? Yeah. What did you pay for that pie, Ryan?
I think it was on sale. I got it for like $7.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
On sale. What was it normally? Like $11.99 or something?
I think
13.
it's probably like $8.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little bit more of an expensive one.
I should
Mhm.
say that Dina Mia, I didn't talk about my price, but if it was correct on the fucking receipt, it was like $10. It was $10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
but
was.
that's-
Eight. It was
no,
eight. Never mind. It was
local-
eight. It was eight.
Are those hand prepped? Or are they like
I'm
there?
sure of it. Yeah.
Like, is that where they make them, Tony?
Oh, we got it at Super One. Super
Did
you sh-
One, giant fist up your ass.
Did you
I don't
show
know.
for the YouTube the pizza in the packaging before you unwrapped
Yes.
it?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a hunk of shit in there. Let
It
me tell
does.
you.
It really
it
does.
looks terrible, but
It looks
it's
like
very good.
it looks like a third grade class, art
Yeah.
class made like or like culinary class. We're
selling
just like,
pizza
"Let's-"
kits.
Yeah, right. That's literally. But it's so good. Like, and the thing that I noticed, I don't know if you guys, I don't really, I didn't notice before when I made like frozen pizzas, but with the Dina Mia, I threw that fucker in for like it had to have been like 1 minute, and I already could smell like the kitchen just smelled like amazing.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's just that. I don't notice that with any other pizzas, but it smells delicious, tastes delicious, but it looks like shit before you eat it. I will say that.
Love opening it. The important thing with Dina Mia too is that all the toppings remain intact in that cellophane.
Mhm,
Like I pulled mine out and like
All on one side.
pepperonis were
just,
like
shaking around.
It's like yeah.
Like a hockey mom at fucking state finals. They're fucking they're corn bottles.
Let's go, glass.
All right, so
Oh,
we
There's
knocked,
literally a guy getting mugged on your pizza.
we we knocked that out of the park. This is a huge YouTube episode because for you just Spotify or Apple listeners, you didn't just watch all of us eat our pizzas while the other person was talking, which I thought was fucking hilarious. I was gonna have
all the
I was gonna have a
chewing
couple
noises.
crunches. Yeah, I was gonna like get really close and start fucking.
I have something to ask you. So you get a pizza, right? You buy whatever fucking pizza you buy. What makes a pizza the type of pizza that you cut into squares and the type of pizza you cut into triangles? Dude, see, that's too crunchy. That's
Damn,
gonna,
yeah. What the fuck?
No, I turned my mic way up.
dude. I was gonna say like that's gonna fucking cut the inside of your mouth.
It's a little bit of blood, in there. I like it.
But no, for real, like what makes a pizza have to cut it in squares, and what makes a pizza you cut it into triangles?
Ooh,
That is
It
a
depend-
really
it
cool
depends.
question.
I feel
Right?
like it's like a situation thing, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely situation based.
you got kids. It's an 8th
It's
grade
squares,
birthday party.
bitch. Yeah.
Yep, it's 100% squares. You're like, yep. Oh, you had 3 pieces. That's good. You must be full.
Yeah.
Look, you're looking to bowl a perfect game. Squares.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless it's a square, like a Detroit style pizza, you got to cut that into squares.
Square.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a psycho if you're doing triangles on there. You're an absolute animal, or you're a geometry major. Because I don't know how you could get, the logistics of it.
I would say too, like a chicken bacon ranch pizza or like a chicken Alfredo pizza. Sometimes those pizzas aren't bad in squares because you get a whole slice and you just hit that thing and you're like, God damn.
See, and
I'm
I
having a
go
heart
for.
attack.
So let's say you go to a local joint and you're getting thin crust pizza, big thing, like 14, 16, 18 inches, whatever they're cooking them at.
Jesus,
And it comes out cut.
I'll give you 18 inches.
18 inches is a big fucking pizza.
Dude, did you see the picture? Oh my God. I'm going to text this picture to Tony and hopefully you can.
screen share.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
We
We
can put it
don't,
up.
we don't want to see it here. It's all
So
right.
anyways,
Just send it
let
to
me-
Tony. Yeah.
let me
fuck us.
no, because he's gonna screen share it. So anyways, when you go, you're at a bar, you get a big pizza, it's cut into squares. What piece are you going for first? Are you gonna wait till somebody gets the outside? A lot of people
Yeah,
like
squares.
crust.
My bad.
Correct, squares. So when you
You
get
gotta wait
that
for the
pie,
pawns to go.
If I had a fucking picture, I would draw it for you. But it's not going to be the the corners, like the small corners.
yep, the little triangles,
And then you bump in, and then it's like the square pieces, but it has a piece of crust on it, and it's
Yep.
still on
Yeah.
the outside. That's
The
what I'm-
rectangle.
That's the first
rectangle
fucking
piece.
thing I grab.
I go dead center. I'll wait till somebody pulls off.
that nice soft boy in there.
Because that's where all the toppings are. They
Yeah,
center,
you
they put
fucking-
all the toppings in the middle.
Put your greasy little fucking hands on everyone else's pieces of pizza.
Yeah,
Don't you
you're-
big
No,
old
I
fucking
mitt in
like
the
I
middle of the
said,
pie.
I wait until this podcast is off the rails.
I'm gonna
I
have a
gotta
counter
find
every time Aaron says that in an episode. We're gonna have a fucking horn that blows off.
This podcast.
Have a little counter in the bottom right hand corner.
How many podcasts have been off the rail this year?
Most of the
Everyone.
ones that you weren't in.
You're gonna send that fucking picture or what?
I'm trying to find it.
It's
We're gonna have
multitask.
to, we're gonna have to
talk
keep.
while you're
we're gonna,
sending it.
It's
Now
gonna
we're gonna be
take
way
2 hours
past
to
the
send the
fucking
picture
topic.
to you.
We're gonna be way past the fucking topic.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So
What
I
are we
guess
doing
buffering.
here?
Tony. It's buffering on
let
his
me
end.
let me throw in the other national holidays because if you don't like pizza, which there are people that are psychotic and don't like pizza, there are a few others on this day. National Chocolate Day. So we all have chocolate bars. Put them up on 3, 2. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
It is National Chocolate Day though.
I was gonna have some lifesavers.
What a fucking day. National Pizza Day and National Chocolate Day. But it is also National Giving Hearts Day, which is to like charity, which we do all the time. National Toothache Day. Look at
Yeah.
that. Newman's owns 100%
Yeah.
profits.
2
Help
for 1.
kids.
Look at that. What a
All
guy.
right, you're killing two birds. You're getting two
I
birds
got
stoned
2
at
national
once.
holidays and 1 pizza.
God damn. National Toothache Day, and then the last one is National Read in the Bathtub Day.
There you go.
Okay.
So,
Joke's on you. I can't even read.
do you guys have bathtubs in your houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apartments/apartments?
It's funny, dude. I can't take a bath as a fucking grown man. It's just not possible. There's either your dick's out of the water or your stomach's out of the water. I just look like a fucking idiot with my fat ass stomach, like just like in a shallow, lukewarm puddle, just like.
Probably full of piss too. I'd imagine you probably had rock of piss in there too.
Nice
Get my
yellow,
back.
nice apple juice bath.
Somebody wash my ass. Aaron officially has failed.
I'm working on it for crying out loud.
We're past it. We're fucking past
We're
it.
not.
We're past it.
I legitimately forgot we were talking about.
I just gave you like 4 minutes to send me a picture,
Oh my
and you
gosh.
couldn't do it. So thanks for listening. Episode 38.
Million at its finest.
Make sure to. Oh shit! I forgot to. Yeah, we have a new song. We have a new song debuting at the end of this episode, so that's something to look forward to.
Wait, so we got Ryan's got a pretty special story for us, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's one of the main reasons why we had him on today.
Yes.
Because, well, I guess we didn't talk about it because that was when we weren't recording.
Yeah.
Ryan went on to incredible vacation to Hawaii, which I will just, I guess, leave it off with that.
How was it, dude? In Hawaii.
It was great. It was great that it rained the first 4 or 5 days we were there.
Fucking
Absolute
classic.
monsoon, downpour, flooding roads. Almost got caught in a flood. Well, we did get caught in a flash flood. So that was fun.
Wait. Explain that. Were you like in a car and like saw the water like rush from?
Yeah.
Get into it.
So we were driving back from this town called Kihei, back to where we were staying. And it was the only road that we can go on because the highway near Kihei was closed down because they were like building a roundabout. So it was just like closed down. So there was only one road that we could take to get back to our resort. As we're driving, there was a little bit of standing water on the road because, like I said, upcountry Maui got like 15 inches of rain over 2 days.
Holy shit!
And all of that was just running downhill. Kihei's sea level, so very, very flat and just flooded very quickly. We were driving and the water just started getting deeper and deeper, and we're like, "Holy shit!" Like there was like nowhere really to turn around.
Oh my god!
There was like a couple side roads that, in hindsight, I probably should have just gotten off the road, but I'm like, oh, there's smaller cars in front of me that are making it. I can make it.
Damn.
And did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
at one point, there was a vehicle in front of me that, and I realized, like, holy shit, this vehicle is getting stuck by these waters right now. So I said, fuck this. And I drove on the sidewalk because I could see the water was a little bit shallower there, and just passed them on the right, driving over the sidewalk, just hoping I would make it. And never really driven through flash floods like that before.
What were you driving? What
was the vehicle?
It was a Mitsubishi Outlander. So it was like a smaller SUV.
Okay.
So like I had a little bit of ground clearance, not, it wasn't sitting up like too tall though.
Yeah. Damn.
But that same day, like within the hour that we drove through Kihei, there was a firefighter that got sucked down a storm drain at the flash floods.
Jesus Christ.
He got sent out 800. The news said he got sent out 800 yards out into the ocean.
Oh, he popped out? Did they get him?
Yeah.
He survived?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they rescued him. And well, the most recent update that I heard, that he was like in Maui's ICU recovering, probably from drowning, essentially.
Lungs full of sewage. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
God
but
damn.
yeah, so that was the start of our vacation. So But other than that, it was great. But to get into the other story, I guess. So we went to this beach. It was called Slaughterhouse Beach.
Oh boy.
Good start. Good start.
Yeah.
Great start.
So back up about a year. So this is our second time going to Maui. Last year when we went to this beach, because it's beautiful, gorgeous beach. I went to do some snorkeling there, and I almost drowned.
Holy shit.
I was out swimming and, or snorkeling, just kind of, my head's underwater, not really looking where I'm going. And I got caught in like a rip current. And so like I look up after a while, I'm like, shit, like I'm kind of far away from shore. So I start swimming back, and I'm swimming, I'm like just not getting anywhere. Eventually I was like starting to like run out of breath, like, oh my God, like am I about to drown on vacation?
Holy fuck.
Found like this like piece of rock underwater that I could like stand on my tiptoes on, just like try and catch my breath. Eventually I made it to shore. So this past Christmas, Rach, my wife, or listeners that don't know, Rachel got us some life vests. So when we go snorkeling, we can just kind of like float and chill. They were, these inflatable life vests, so they compact, small enough to fit in our luggage. So after the rains kind of cleared and sun started to come out, we're like, yeah, let's go to the beach. So we went down to Slaughterhouse Beach again this time, and waves were like way too strong. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to bother trying to snorkel here. So just had like a beach day, chilled in the sun. I hiked around a little bit, but about an hour into us being there, this dude starts yelling from the water, like, help, help, help. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, he's, kind of a bigger dude, not like Chris size big, but like pretty big.
Gotcha.
And so
Like,
I know he was about like as white as I am, so definitely a tourist. He's sitting there like waving from the water, like, help me, help me.
definitely a pussy.
He was probably like, I don't know, like 25, 30 yards away from shore. But the waves are just getting bigger and bigger, and like growing into like 4-foot waves that are coming every like 6-7 seconds. Man. Just like crashing down on him. And like eventually, like, I'm like, holy shit, like we need to do something. Like these two guys like started to run out to the water. I'm like, there's no way I'm going, already somewhat traumatized from almost drowning in this same exact spot a year ago. I'm like, there's no way I'm just swimming out there. But I'm like, we had the life vest with us. So I get those out and I blow them up, throw one on myself, grab the other one. I start swimming out there. I think it was a girl, she started dragging this guy out on like a bodyboard she took from someone else on the beach. And I'm like, you good? Like, you guys need this life jacket? They're like, no, we're good, but help my friend, the other guy that went to go save this guy that was drowning. So one of the guys that went to go rescue the guy that was drowning, he started to drown as well.
Jeez.
There was like a rip current right there that, he like, eventually, like I swam out to him. He was like another like 10 yards, 15 yards away. He's like holding on to this rock that was sticking out from the water, just trying to like catch his breath. And again, the waves were like so strong at this point that every time the wave hit him, he was like just barely hanging on to this rock, trying to just stay above water. So eventually I got out to him and like got him the life vest. I'm like, you good? Like, you need me to drag you to shore? He's like, no, I'm good. I need to catch my breath. I'm like, I'll be okay. So like I helped him get his life jacket on. At this point, like I was winded too. Like the current and the waves were like so strong that like I'm trying to like swim back to shore and just getting nowhere because that rip current is just like pushing us out to sea essentially.
And I will say, like, just to stop you real quick, I don't know if Chris, Aaron, and Dylan, if you guys have ever experienced like a rip current, like in the water, but I have never have, because we obviously, like, growing up in Ontonaga and Lake Superior, like where we are in Lake Superior, because obviously in Marquette there's a lot of currents that can take you places, and there's signs posted everywhere, but like in Ontonaga we don't experience that at all. And I've never ever in my life have experienced like getting taken by a current of some sort. So I would have no idea. I know you're supposed to like just kind of keep swimming and let it take you to wherever it's going to take you. And hopefully that's just not out into Sharkville in this case in
Yeah,
Hawaii.
yeah.
But I've never experienced that ever in my life. So I guess I don't know what I would like, how I would know. I guess if you could just feel yourself getting,
Yeah.
dragged out into the ocean, but
Yeah, I
it
think
had to have been, you've experienced that before because you had went to Hawaii before, but was there a time before last time in Hawaii
No.
that you've ever experienced that? Okay.
no, because yeah, like you said, growing up in Ontonagon, we didn't.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Because
It's just
we would swim in like 10-foot fucking waves, and they'd
Yeah.
crash over us. We'd just be like, like our fucking parents would be on the beach just like watching us. Like
Mhm.
they wouldn't care because they knew that we were smart enough to not obviously get hurt from the waves hitting us, but there was no current that would a
Yeah.
riptide that would happen in our area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was just like a different feeling, I guess. In the ocean, but eventually, like after I gave the guy that life jacket, I'm trying to swim back to shore. Like I'm swimming, I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere. Trying to swim and paddle as hard as I can. It's just like you're swimming against the current and just nothing. This dude's like still just like clinging to this rock, trying to catch his breath. Eventually, I'm like, dude, I'm going back into shore. Like,
Yeah, shit or get off the pot, man.
yeah, I'm like, I'm like, are you sure you want me to help? Like, drag, swim you to shore. Like, we can go together. He's like, no, man, I'm good. I just need to catch my breath. I'm like, all right. Like, I'm like,
Crazy.
like I got you this life jacket. At least you can float to shore if you can. So that's basically what I ended up having to do, is just like kind of float my way to shore.
Mhm. Let the fucker take you. Just let it
Yeah.
take you. Can't fight it.
You had to like swim like sideways from the current,
Mhm.
let the waves kind of just push you in. I ended up like getting pushed into on a bunch of rocks, but at that point I'm just like, I just need to get to shore.
Yeah. Yeah, rip currents are weird though. That you're always just supposed to swim perpendicular to the way it's taking you.
So you never saw the guy then? He didn't make it, or did he come in?
No, eventually he did, but he stayed out there for like another couple minutes, just like standing on that rock. I'm just like,
Jeez.
you
Now,
gotta.
how many people, like the first guy that was like screaming help, you said you saw 2 people run out.
Yep.
Were there a lot of people that heard that and just were just like, you know what? That's just what happens.
Yeah. There
Damn.
was probably like, I don't know, like 20. It's a smaller beach, so there's probably only like 20 people on the beach.
Okay. I thought
That's
I was envisioning like a lot of people, like a
Mainly-
packed fucking beach.
Mainly tourists or locals, or like what was the feeling there?
It felt like mostly tourists. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of old farts.
I was gonna say if it was locals, I could see them like laughing, at the
Yeah.
tourists, like fuck, shit, like freaking out, and they're like,
Yeah.
Well, we got another one. Yeah.
yeah,
I
right.
think I couldn't tell for sure, but I feel like whatever, like the 2 people that ran out there first, like they seem like, I don't know if they seem like a surfer type. So like maybe they've been in waters like that before.
Yeah, they're experienced.
But even the one of them that was like he was the guy that was stranded on the rock, just trying to stay above water.
Right.
So yeah, kind of a weird vacation.
Yeah, you got 4 days of fucking rain in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then you almost get taken by a flash flood, and then you fucking fucking damn it, I forgot his fucking name. Guy from Longest Yard. Get a coin out of the eye.
Joey Diaz's character.
Yeah, whatever his name is in Longest Yard.
Yeah. Well, you going back next year or what?
Probably not for a while.
What was the were you I mean, I can't imagine you were like, were you on the flight like before you took off on the first flight, like looking at the weather and being like, oh shit, or did it say it was supposed to be clear? Like what was that like?
No, I mean, like the forecast was like calling for rain, but I didn't think it was going to be
As bad as it was.
that bad, because like Hawaii in general, like their forecast is so weird, because it can be like rainy on one part of the island and sunny on the other, so it's
A lot of weather patterns crossing where Hawaii is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like open season out there, man. Like you're in the middle of the fucking ocean.
It's the humidity that gets you.
No, it's the wind and the
The
wind.
wind that'll get you.
Oh yeah.
and the
That weed.
36 Bush Lights you drank before. But that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And
Well,
I
I'm
guess
glad you're alive.
I didn't realize is like there's like so many different like kinds of waves and like different wave patterns that I really don't know anything about. You know, I like you said, like we grew up in Lake Superior. I either see a wave, it's either a small wave or a big wave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah. So we were talking to some local we did a tour with. We did like a whale watching tour. And he was explaining, he's like, oh yeah, this beach has these kind of waves, they're like wider and taller, and this other beach has waves that like really pick you up and it crashes really hard. I'm just like, damn, like I
That's neat.
never really, I don't know, never considered different types of waves until I went to the ocean.
I guess your only scenery out there is green mountains and waterfalls, or the water. So you're probably looking at the water an awful lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have just a Hawaii question in general, because
Mhm.
I've never been, and I know that Hawaii is very, it's tourist heavy, in some locations in Hawaii, because I know that once the different islands, like probably like the airports have like bigger cities that are the tourist attractions, and then as you go farther into the mountains or farther away from those cities, you get like the locals. But inside the towns that are filled with tourists, do you see many locals? Or is it strictly just that location it's kind of like Las Vegas in like a section of that island?
No, I mean, you definitely see like locals everywhere.
Okay.
I mean, in like one of like the busier tourist towns, you get locals that are driving around in like their lifted trucks like they would in Ontonagon,
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they were everywhere.
Homeless at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of there's a lot of people that just like
Sleep on the beach kind of thing, or
yeah. A lot of people that just sleep on the beach. They have like tent cities.
Ooh.
Like
Skid Row in fucking Hawaii. Damn.
yeah. They'll just like carve out a spot like in a bunch of bushes and like throw up a tent or a tarp and just
Now, are they like, do they prefer that, or is it actually like spare change? They don't have a home.
I didn't see a single person panhandling.
Yeah. That's
So I
interesting.
don't know if it's just like, I mean, obviously I don't know if anyone prefers to live, but I mean, if you're gonna do it, Hawaii seems like a pretty nice place.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
there
fuck,
has
man.
to be some people that enjoy just being out, like not having a house, no walls. Obviously they
Probably
might
that.
have jobs and
Mhm.
money, but
now
they just
The only thing that would suck there is if you were homeless or like just struggling, like the cost of living there is so fucking expensive.
well,
It's ridiculous.
and that's another thing. There's a lot of stigma, and I'll put on my liberal cap for this one. There's a lot of stigma about even going to Hawaii as a tourist, because the mainlander the rich folks have come in, bought huge swaths of property and driven up all of that because it's like a vacation, haven, right? People want to go there, they want to have a house there, they want to have a little fishing wharf, whatever it is. And so there's like did you have any animosity towards you, like in like none of that, like everybody that was a local that was working in a restaurant or whatever, that was kind of cool?
Was literally like everyone I talked to was super cool.
Yeah, I just know that
it wasn't just like people that were like in like the hospitality or restaurant business,
sure.
Locals only, man.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's such a limited, for like real estate vantage point.
Oh, you're
like,
right,
it's just so limited. And I know there was like a big like people were saying, and then this is ultra like lefty like sort of shit, but they're like, don't go vacation in Hawaii. The locals can't even afford to live there because everything's gotten so it's already expensive because they gotta fucking fly or boat everything in, all the supplies that they don't grow or make there. So I heard the tourism's put a weird thing, kind of cloud over Hawaii, but I'm gonna go, that's for sure.
Yeah. One of the people we were talking to, I think he said like the median house price on Maui is $1.2 million.
Yeah, you're not buying like a junker there and living there, like
no, like even if you were, you're gonna pay $700-800 grand for a tiny little one bedroom shack.
Yeah.
as the average being over a million. That's insane.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ. But hey, being 80 degrees all year round with a couple
I'll
days of
take it.
rain.
living on
That makes a
volcanic
lot
soil.
of sense.
But there's some islands there that are definitely like not touristy at all. They're
Right.
still somewhat
Some poverty involved.
Yeah, I don't know if like poverty even, but it's like a very like local tight knit community. Like everyone knows everyone, and
Okay.
No real resorts or anything.
right. Yep, that's like the island of Molokai. It's like that there, where it's like very. There's not. I don't think there's many resorts there. It's kind of less developed, more authentic.
More real Hawaii.
Hawaii.
That's a place Anthony Bourdain would go. Because it's
not anymore.
Tourisms and
Yeah, no.
peace.
Rest in peace.
Dylan. Okay, so since these fucking guys have utilized the backgrounds on Zoom, I suppose we can take a fucking full 180 here from beautiful Hawaii to
go to the other side of the U.S.
to a goddamn Chinese weather balloon.
Oh yeah,
floating over Montana, or where the fuck it was.
They shot that shit down in North Carolina too.
Was it North Carolina? But they shot it down in North Carolina.
They took it down with a jet, right?
Yeah.
With the F-22.
But it was
could
in
you
North
imagine
Carolina?
that guy in the F-22 and be like, "I'm doing God's work"?
Oh, it was South Carolina. It was in Myrtle Beach, wherever Myrtle Beach is, South Carolina, North
Really?
Carolina.
Damn.
Did it land in the water? They got it so it when they shot it down, it landed in the water. This thing was like the size of 3 school buses. They were saying that was the
I
diameter.
guess. I don't know if they've seized. I haven't seen anything about seizing the evidence, but
I
wouldn't be surprised if you don't hear anything about it after it's
right.
gone.
Dylan even changed his name.
Twitter was alive and well during that ordeal. Those pictures of rednecks
Dude, I
just
saw-
like pointing
I saw-
guns at the
I saw,
sky.
I saw like 2 people talking about it, like on fucking like Instagram, and I thought it was like stupid fucking clickbait,
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking stupid. And then I like watched like the live feed of like the fucking balloon being shot down. I was like, oh, holy fuck, man.
There's footage of that plane
Yep.
shooting it down.
Oh, yeah,
my God.
I'll screen share it. So
Yep.
my train of events was I saw that there was this suspicious, balloon. Didn't know what it was at first. Saw everything on Twitter, and then like 2 hours later, I saw a video of it getting shot down. But the report was that they didn't know what this was getting shot down, but it wasn't tied into the balloon that people were previously saying that was in the sky. So I was like, holy shit, that's the fucking balloon. Went to the comments. Everyone was like, oh my God, that was the Russian or the Chinese spies and all this shit. And sure enough, I see like the full fucking video and I'm like, no shot. But before I show the video, I didn't do much research because I don't really care enough. And I don't know if anyone in here does that read about it, but what actually happened? What was that? Was that actually a Chinese like spy balloon?
They don't know.
I
They don't
think
know.
We don't know yet.
The
Okay.
earlier reports were that it was a Chinese like surveillance balloon, like I don't know if it's like land surveillance. They call it surveillance, but
So
God
what
knows what it was, and it got
It looks
apparently
like a giant weather balloon.
yeah apparently it got
think
blown off
it's
course.
Either one or two things. It's either a weather balloon that got away, or it could be some sort of fucking test from China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how far they
Seeing
can
how
float a balloon over here.
I will say it's very unfortunate that this episode is going to be releasing on Thursday because we are recording this on Sunday and all of this information might be released at the time. So just
Yeah.
put that into account here. And I'm gonna
Fucking take it easy, listeners.
people listening, these fucking idiots don't know what they're fucking talking
Yeah,
about.
that one guy that fucking corrected us about that one shit. What about
I'm not gonna say his name because I had to cut it last time, but yes, I know what you're talking about. On Robert E. Lee. He was not born in Florida, folks. He was born in Virginia.
yeah,
Mm.
Right.
What?
We got this is not
What's his name?
for the people in the chat. I went to the first video and it's Fox News, so don't fucking Tony gets his fucking
For fuck's sake.
So I'm gonna go to
For Fox
screen
sakes.
share here, and of course
there's like
we're not
there's
gonna
not even there like
we're-
there's not
we're
even
not
a network these days.
we're not gonna hear any
No.
audio. So you know what? Good thing I proof watched this because that actually does not show it actually exploding. I don't know why I'm on YouTube. I should have just went to fucking Twitter because all YouTube is just news networks. You know what?
And
I'm
adds
gonna.
all of this.
Where
But
are
you
we at?
can't. But you
Gonna cut
can
this.
watch the former Speaker of the House's husband get bashed in with a hammer.
I just thought it would be funny, like if you were like you found like one of the news ones, Tony, and I was like, hey, this guy saw the thing get shot down, and it, like pans down to the guy, and he's like, yeah, so I was sitting here and I was watching it, and then I fucked right in the pussy.
I'm going to Twitter.
Like, oh,
Tony's pulling up YouTube videos and it's just someone popping a red balloon with a pin.
No kidding. It's just news
And this
sites
is what
showing
it looked
pictures.
like.
They're not showing any fucking.
My brood.
There has to be somebody, dude. If I was that pilot shooting that thing down, I feel like I'd have the cell phone out,
All right, here we go. See this.
and
is
we
you
won't
go,
see.
You
We
go
won't see it till he's retired.
You
but-
go straight
my
to the
dick out.
fucking source. You go straight to the fucking source, boys.
What's that?
No fucking news anchor
Brazzers.
talking about fucking. All right, you guys
Go
watching?
right to Twitter.
Okay, so if I pause it, you see right here the balloon.
zoom in a little bit.
I can't, unfortunately.
I think the video might. I'm saying.
Can you imagine he's
Yep,
just got
okay,
the
so-
solo from the Leonard?
So this
Skinner.
is another opportunity, Chris.
I
Now
was
I'm
just
thinking
thinking
about
that.
this. Remember the shooting star idea we had about showing a night sky and then showing our nutsack go across the screen? This would be a perfect opportunity. You show the
Dang,
Chinese
nuts.
balloon and all of a sudden someone's scrotum just goes across the screen.
Won't you fly high, free bird? Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah, good cell
Bada
phone
bing,
video.
bada boom.
Oh,
That pilot must have been like, "This is my moment."
Just rock hard. Yeah, he was.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
bricked up
dude.
for sure. So,
He had the national anthem playing in that cockpit for sure.
so
Fucking
that
dipping
actually,
coke straight.
unfortunately, is not the greatest of videos because I clicked on the first one that I saw, and there is.
oh,
just,
suck
yeah,
it, China.
very.
I mean, it's a pretty.
Yeah,
unbent-
dude. Oh, look at this fucker. Can't find this on YouTube. Jesus Christ.
There
Look at
was a
this.
good one of like this drunk guy commenting.
The balloon's full of COVID.
Look at this shit. Boom.
Oh shit!
Some folks are born made to wave the flag.
There's all
Ooh,
the
that
fucking.
red, white, and blue.
That's a disease. It's an airborne disease right there. That was inside it.
Oh yeah, they knew we were gonna pop it. They just
Yeah.
Chemtrails.
Think
Oh
this is
my-
Medicon.
wow, that thing wasn't very sturdy, eh?
It's a fucking balloon, bro.
Well, I wonder what round did they shoot out of that thing?
I was
I
gonna
think-
say this kind of looks like it's not what it was because another video I saw, you could see the trail of the fucking missile like going at it.
Man,
I'm not really seeing much here.
yeah, I think you lose out on the trail because it's so zoomed in.
Yeah,
But that was like a full blown
we can continue. That was just the second video I saw.
There's got to be so many good edits with like Skinner and Mountain and freaking CCR playing on that video. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a really good one of some drunk guy in North Carolina watching it and just going crazy.
Yeah, that was it. That one we just looked at. That was
I'm sure there's
lot
some
of them.
YouTuber or influencer or whatever you want to call him that took a boat out and grabbed a chunk of that balloon and is now selling it on eBay.
Oh, I
or
wish you guys could hear this one.
making a bikini out of it or something stupid.
These guys seem like I wish you guys could fucking Back in Black is playing ACDC and they're like having like a fucking party. They're like, oh come on. They're like screaming, like, let's go.
That would have been very cool.
Right
to
there,
watch
you see
live,
that?
I will say that.
That's
Yep.
the missing.
See the trail?
Yeah.
So here's the jet, and all of a sudden you can see this skinny trail. Oh, yeah. They're all cheering. It's fucking sick.
Crazy. Yeah, it'll be interesting if we ever actually find out if it was what it is. But like Chris said, we might not ever know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, I think the government probably is going to get a hands on those electronics and try and see if there's like a. It's not.
God, all right.
Oh my
all right,
gosh! Yeah,
okay,
get off
all right,
Twitter.
Here we go. We're gonna get
It's
off
on.
that. We're gonna get off that. Shout out to the YouTube.
Oh my gosh, this is a really YouTube heavy.
That's
Like this is probably the
hilarious.
heaviest of
Yes,
all.
Yeah, I was gonna say this
Out
because
to the YouTube.
again, at the end, you're gonna see the the pizza. I almost should put it in the beginning, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
either
do
way.
that.
Either way's fine.
I'm gonna put it in the beginning because
Either way's fine.
maybe that'll get people to come in. But I do have a story that's totally off track. It was a story that I kind of teased you guys with early in the week here, and it's a story that I'm not proud of, and it sucks because my room that I'm in right now is very thin walls. My door is actually like a Havana. What is it?
I don't know what those are called, to be honest.
See that? It's not even like a door. But
Little accordion door.
My wife is like on the other side of that, and she's gonna hear this story, which is very unfortunate, but I don't really care. So, so this happened on let me pull it up. I had a little notes app action here. So this happened on Thursday. So I was at work, and I'm not gonna fully get into it because I don't want to have anyone that maybe listens to this that is at my work. I was not going to the bathroom to be on my phone, but I went to the bathroom because I felt like I had to shit, right? So I went into the bathroom, and I'm glad that I'm telling this story after we're eating, but now I'm saying Dylan is taking a little bite here, so I apologize. So I went to shit, and I actually had to shit. But as I was on the shitter, I was like, you know what? I think it was a release day. Yeah, it was Thursday. So I was gonna throw out a tweet on our Twitter page. Follow us at FAIF Hour on Twitter. But I was writing up a post, and I was on the shitter. I pissed sitting down.
Oh, sitting down.
And I tweeted, and I got up, I left, I washed my hands, and I went back to work. So I got home, and as I was at the house, I started to feel and I don't know, I was kind of greasy ass a little bit. Like I was just starting to kind of feel like something was going on downstairs, right? So I go to the bathroom again, and I sit down, and I don't feel like I have to take a shit, right? So I'm sitting down, and I'm just like, oh my God, I think I need to like courtesy wipe here. So I went to courtesy wipe, and sure enough, it's a full-on party. When I was at work, I was distracted by tweeting, distracted by pissing. I took a shit at work. And I forgot that I took a shit.
No.
And I didn't wipe at all. So when I got home,
no, you had the old mud butt.
It didn't dry yet, so it wasn't itching, but I just could feel like something was going on. I was like, something's not right. I forgot that I took a shit. I didn't realize that I took a shit, and I think that might have been the first time ever in my life.
That's a huge moment there.
We're getting old. We're getting old.
I was just gonna say that you're turning into your dad.
We're getting old. So when I said that I forgot that it was a shit that I forgot about, I put in quotations. I forgot that I shit, and I didn't realize that I shit until I got home, and I started to feel the effects of it. And I sat down, and like I said, it was a 6, 7, 8, roller. And I didn't, and I took a shower after, I was clean about it. But it was bad. And
you fucking light your clothes on fire that we were wearing?
No.
You soiled your fucking clothes.
I'm actually wearing the same. Yeah. I haven't changed since.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, fucking muck ass.
But I did have a little muck ass, and it was fine. It was just funny because it was the first time that I
a little bit of duck butter.
Forgot, or I didn't realize that I actually took a shit, because I don't know, because when I pissed and I got up, like it must have been one of those hiders, and you take a shit and it goes like in the toilet, in the hole, like it's not big enough to like pop out or anything. It just kind of goes in before you flush, and you can't see it. I think that's.
You didn't feel it come out of your ass?
I just don't remember. I forgot because I was distracted.
Fuck is wrong with you?
But I was able to get control of the situation later on in the day.
Did you have like the huge anxiety attack when you realized you forgot to wipe your ass?
Well, not really, because I was just like
what it was. You're like, oh my God, like this is shit.
I was home, in my home, thankfully, and done with work for the day, and I was very thankful at that moment that I'd figured out, because if I would have been like, a couple hours in, still had more,
Nope.
more
would've
work
went.
to do. I don't know what would have happened. I would have probably just cleaned up in the bathroom and just trucked
You
it.
ain't
You know?
getting nothing until your wife makes sure you've wiped your ass first.
So yeah, I need to have a like one of those like on a jet ski, those wrist things that when you pull it stops the jet ski, but I just need to put it up my ass so when the thing's off my wrist, I know that I just shit. So I can wipe
What is wrong with you?
Kill switch.
after I see that.
Emergency kill switch in your asshole.
But it was
Oh my
Here you're
God.
thinking a hemorrhoid popped in your ass. You're like, oh my, is my fucking asshole bleeding?
Oh my
Nope.
gosh.
in the words of Jersey Jerry from Barstool, it was a bad day. It was a sad day. It was a bad day. There was a Barstool employee that shit himself on a train. Lives in New York. Like he was commuting from work back to home, and he was on the subway, and he had to shit really bad, and he just let it go, and he posted a video on his Twitter of him in the shower. I think he just got out of the shower, and he was telling the story on his Twitter, and it was a video of him like like clean hair, like he looked like he just got out of the shower, and he was just like, it was a catastrophe. He's like, I was on the subway. He's a funny fucking dude. And he flipped his camera and showed his shorts, and it was just fucking, oh my God. Like he just got, mudslide came down on him or something. It was
it's coming from a maintenance guy. It definitely smells. Chris, you probably know because of the diaper situation, but man, shit outside of a toilet smells way worse. Like when I have to like remove a toilet at work. It's one thing if somebody laid a loaf in the water, like, and it's submerged. That's kind of bad, but it's still like, okay, whatever. But like human matter exposed to air,
dude.
No, yeah, because like in the
shitting
toilet,
outside, dude.
You get like the smell. You get like the smell acoustics in the toilet that like kind of they bounce off and head back down into the water. But when
that's what the water's for. The water contains the smell.
Happy National Pizza Day, folks. Go grab yourself a pie and
on this February
coil
9th.
one up in the fucking can.
I will say, I think that so Valentine's Day, we won't have. The episode will be coming out, I think, 2 days after Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if this is something you guys want to talk about now. If there's anything special that you guys do on Valentine's Day for your significant others. I don't. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. It's not a joke that I should.
It's a surprise.
Aaron.
Yeah, me too.
I usually every year I'll cook. I hate going to restaurants. I got a whole angle on.
Well, especially on Valentine's Day, you don't want to go out on
because nobody wants to be there. Like
so many
staff
people
want to be
so
there.
many people go out too.
Packed. You got to get a reservation 2 months in advance. The food's cold, or there's a
guys with their white Oakleys on top of their head at a nice fancy restaurant.
Studs on the jeans. Yeah, it's a disaster.
Got the gel in the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Frosted tips. They just
taking your girl to fucking Chili's for no fucking reason.
They got the fucking.
I mean.
But yeah, I usually like to cook. I usually ask like, "Hey, what's on the menu?" and then I'll get a response, or it's just like just go for it, and then I
maybe
do that whole
questions
number.
that are asked on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
No questions are being asked on that day, so we're gonna move past it. And just kidding. Something that I had for last week that I wasn't able to talk about. Very short. You don't have to go into it, but the USFL, so that is starting back up in the spring. I think in just a few weeks here. But Detroit and Michigan has a team, the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Ford Field is going to be hosting 2 teams this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I grazed over.
Did you graze
episode.
over it? God damn
yeah,
it.
just
I thought
barely.
I listened to the whole episode, but
just barely. But
I think I saw February 18th. So not next Saturday, but the Saturday after.
Can't fucking wait.
Wait, is that the first game?
Yeah, the 18th. I think I saw because I watched the.
I know it's a spring league, but dang, that's still full blown winter.
So are both teams going to be based out of Detroit, or they have like?
No, they're the other team. I forgot what the other team.
It's like the Philadelphia Stars.
Yeah, they're different place, but they're playing their games.
Yep, the Philly Stars. So
interesting.
Yeah, renting out Ford Field a couple more times a year.
It'd probably still be kind of like a good time to go to one.
I would go.
Yeah, they're The Michigan Panthers went 2-8 last year, so not like a
Like
great.
just for like entertainment. Like if I was like, like for some reason, like in an area that I was,
Oh,
having,
yeah.
I would definitely be like, oh, let's go to the game. We don't have anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
This is-
imagine tickets would probably be dirt cheap to things.
Really
Like,
cheap.
No, they're just trying to
Really
put
fucking
seats,
cheap.
put asses in seats, and get the beer and hot dog sales.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys. I guess this is more for the listeners that maybe sports heavy, enjoy sports and watch sports, especially football. But there was 2 ex-Packers that I think are either playing in the XFL or the USFL. And he actually played on the Lions too, but Geronimo Allison, I don't know if you guys remember that name at all.
Yeah.
He's going to be on, I can't remember if it was an XFL roster or USFL. And then I forget the quarterback's name, but he used to be a backup for the Packers. I can't
What
remember his
about
name, but
isn't Shea Patterson from U of M?
yeah,
Isn't
he was
still
on
the quarterback?
he was on one of those teams.
He was on the Panthers last
Was
year.
he on
I don't-
the Michigan's team? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see if he is this year.
But
Wasn't Joe Montana on one of those
we're-
teams?
I said Montana.
hey, Kurt Warner played for the
Yeah.
Arena Football League.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's a
No,
movie.
wait, I thought it was CFL.
Was it?
Maybe it was Arena. I don't know. But regardless, that's
I can't
crazy.
remember. But he started on
It
one of
wasn't
those
drafted.
teams.
Let's
Yeah,
see
he wasn't
Johnny
bad.
Football.
Johnny Football
Jo-
was actually in that
The
fan
fan
controlled.
control.
Yeah. Whatever the
That shit's
fuck was.
stupid. I tried watching that.
Did you see the guy that threw a touchdown pass? He was a quarterback, and he fucking pulled out a joint from his
Yeah.
sock,
Yeah.
Shut
and he
up.
got booted. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
like
he-
the owner of the team fucking kicked him off.
it was like the first touchdown of the game. He pulled out a joint, ripped the
Mhm.
fucker. Like after, like his celebration was him smoking a joint.
He had a lighter in there too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
Lit it?
fucking lit
he
that bitch
threw-
up.
In his
threw-
ass.
He threw like 5 touchdowns after that in that game, and they fucking kicked him out.
Oh.
He was just blazed, just fucking slinging.
What league was this?
It was
It's called
the fan-
FCL.
Yeah, the
FCF.
fan controlled football league.
Trolled. Interesting.
I'm not sure. I think the fans like called the plays or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it
remember,
works.
But it was
Huh.
really dumb.
Don't
it was
really
on,
care.
It was on Twitch. They streamed it on Twitch.
Yeah, with
That was the
Johnny
platform.
Manziel was on the Zappers. I remember that.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking
So
hilarious.
dumb.
Little electric lettuce during a football game.
Well,
Cheers.
Do you guys have anything else for this February 9th on this Thursday?
Good. Can't breathe through my
Well,
nose.
tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully, you guys have some plans for the weekend.
Wicked
Because I
plans.
fucking don't.
I don't either. I think I'm wifeless this weekend too.
I'm trying to go ice fishing.
Come on
that's for
down,
sure.
Tony.
Again?
I will say though, there's going to be some opportunities in the summer that trip across the bridge is definitely in play. I will say that because we're going to Nashville actually twice. Molly and I are going to Nashville twice this year.
Twice?
Yeah, because my brothers lived there for like 5 years and haven't been down there yet. So
Yeah.
I figured
That's a long haul.
start with a fucking bang this year. Yeah, it's 13 hours I think.
Yeah, you can always stop here in GR and crash for
think-
the night on the way there.
I
That's
think that was
That'd probably be
10-minute
faster.
conversation.
yeah, book
It'd
it.
be I don't know if it'd be faster to go through the Lower Peninsula or not. I'm pretty sure it would be.
I think it
It'd be
was-
slower.
I think it was the same. It was like just like a couple minutes. I think.
Really?
Because having to go
Yeah.
through. Yeah, because you have to go through Milwaukee, Chicago, and then I
Yeah,
still
Try and skip those cities and just come
Yeah.
down this way
Chicago.
faster.
Yeah.
Plus,
Chicago.
plus you got more places to stay.
Chicago. Sorry.
Happy National Pizza Day.
Yeah, Bears.
Happy National Chocolate Day. Read a book in a tub today. Have a toothache today.
Put the radio in the tub.
Don't do that.
Shaking.
Like a dog shit.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll leave it with the thanks for having me, boys. It's great to
Oh, yeah.
finally
yeah,
be
bro.
on the podcast and
First of many.
chat it up with you guys.
First of
Thanks
many.
for,
Yeah.
thanks for wasting your evening with us.
There I am, Gary. There I am.
Oh,
I love
No,
you
no,
guys.
it's been fun.
Thanks for listening to failure at its finest hour. Thanks for listening to failure at its finest hour. God damn it, Aaron, you're fucking
Go ahead.
delayed, dude. It's pissing me
Just
off.
restart the whole thing.
It's pissing
Just
me
restart
off.
the whole thing.
You're not talking, so I go to talk. Thanks for listening to failure at its finest hour.
You got a tonsil stone, dude? Oh.
Dude, don't. He's not talking about this.
I ain't talking about it, dude. We ain't going to the
Fucking
stones.
Chris.
We ain't getting stoned tonight.
Thanks for listening to failure at its finest hour.
Oh man, when you're 8 beers in and someone pulls out pickled eggs.
Yeah, forget it, dude. minimum a 6-pack of eggs.
Thanks for listening to failure at its finest hour.
Cousin subs, which is so good. Which I don't know if they were started.
Out of you and Trout Crip.
Thanks for listening to failure at its finest hour. Thanks for listening, you beautiful son of a bitch.